Welcome to Project Zero. I'm Alex Tuck, project manager, consultant, and someone who's learned a lot of project management lessons the hard way. If you're a project manager or project management curious, you're in the right place. When people think about project managers, they're always thinking about polished Gantt charts and seamless kickoffs and somehow people who actually enjoy status reports. Guess what? We don't. But no one talks about your first project. More specifically, no one talks about that first project where failed, succeeded, and you learned how to actually be a project manager. That moment, that's what this podcast is all about. Let me tell you about myself. For me, Project Zero started at the VSAC building in Winooski, Vermont. No, we weren't working on student loans. We were building Obamacare for fellow Vermonters. New state laws were being passed constantly. Legislation was being challenged in the Supreme Court. But those of us who were tasked with building the system were focused, and everyone knew what was at stake. If you read the newspapers or even listened in the grocery aisles, it was easy to get discouraged. This thing had never been done before, and there were many folks who really didn't want it to succeed. That said, on October 1st, 2013, the site went live, and it may have crashed a few times afterwards. But those 100-hour weeks where we slept under our desks to make sure our fellow Vermonters would have access to affordable healthcare was worth it. I learned when to escalate, when not to escalate, and how to respond to the governor when he's raising his voice at you. Hint, the answer is just to listen. But most importantly, I learned that things that are worth doing are hard, and life is too short to take things personally. I learned how to be a great project manager by watching other great project leaders on that project. And my hope is that this podcast will give you some of those insights without having to sleep under your desk in the office. Project Zero is where we go back to the beginning. Each week, I talk with project leaders about that project that started it all, the good, the bad, and the what was I thinking. Because leadership isn't downloaded through a certification, it's forged through mistakes, recoveries, and moments of clarity. You'll hear from folks who now lead PMOs, ship complex software, or run multi-million-dollar programs. But at one point, they were just trying to survive their first stakeholder meeting or figure out what the heck a RAID log is, just like you were. It's real talk from real project managers. No gatekeeping, no PMI alphabet, soup, no BS. Whether you're managing your first task or your 100th milestone, this podcast is for you. You'll walk away with honest insights, hard-earned lessons, and a little more confidence in your own path. Every project manager starts somewhere. This is where we start. Welcome to Project Zero. New episodes will come every week. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, and let's lead better together. Thanks for listening.